Hi everyone! My name is Jenny from Toronto Public Library. Welcome to Mini Makers at Home. Today, we're going to be making elastic-powered rockets. Our rockets will help us explore the concept of potential and kinetic energy. Let's get started. In order to make an elastic rocket, you'll need an elastic band, or a couple of them, a paper cup, markers, scissors, glue, paper, and tape. If you don't want to make a rocket ship, or if you want to be different from your siblings or anyone else you're making it with, you could always make an elastic-powered frog or bunny or anything else you can think of that could jump. Do you have everything you need to make your rocket ship? Are you ready to get started? Then let's assemble it. Take your cup as if you were about to drink from it and carefully mark 4 evenly spaced marks. If you imagine the rim of the cup as a compass, you want to mark north, south, east, and west. Then carefully use the scissors to cut a small 1/2-inch slit in the cup at each of the marks. Cut open an elastic band and then slide it into 2 of the slits across from each other. Tie a knot at each end of the elastic and trim off the extra. Then repeat this with the other 2 marks. Once the elastics are secure, turn over the cup. Now, with your paper, draw 2 triangles to make the fins of your rocket. You'll want to leave a little bit of extra space so that you can fold a tab to allow yourself to attach the fins to the rocket. Once you have your fins, cut out a circle to be the nose cone of your rocket. When you have your circle cut out about 1/4 of the circle so that you're able to fold it over itself. Once you have your pieces made, attach them to your rocket. You can also cut out any decorations, like windows, that you'd like to put on your rocket. Once you've done this, if you want to make your rocket ship a little bit more secure, you can tape the elastic knots to the outside of the rocket to help keep them in place. Congratulations! You've made your rocket. But keep in mind, you'll need a second cup to launch your rocket from. And when you launch your rocket, always be careful. Keep in mind who and what are around you so you don't hit anyone or anything by accident. So let's launch our rockets. Okay, we have a working rocket, but why does it work? Do you remember the terms I mentioned at the beginning of this? Kinetic and potential energy? We talk about energy as explaining why things work the way they do. Potential energy is stored energy. It's waiting to be used. And kinetic energy is what it converts into when it's in use or in motion. So, applying force to an object can change its energy. If I press down on my rocket, but there's nothing underneath it, there's no potential energy because the elastics aren't stretching. But if I have something underneath it and I press down, I'm creating potential energy. And when I release my rocket, that energy translates into kinetic energy. So kinetic energy is basically a fancy way of saying, look, it flies. If I stretch the elastics to different lengths, it adds a different amount of potential energy. But why is the amount of potential energy important? Well, experiment and find out. If you only add a little bit of potential energy or a lot of potential energy, how does it change the flight? Does it work best if you launch your rocket from straight or on an angle? What about if you make rockets with different sized cups? Does that change how far you can fire your rocket? Launch it and find out, and see what affects the way it flies. If you've enjoyed today's activity and want to explore more with your parent, or if parents want to explore more with their children, Toronto Public Library has lots more videos for you to try. Parents and caregivers are your first and best teachers of your children, and you can make learning happen anywhere, anytime. I hope you enjoyed today's Mini Makers at Home program. Check back soon for more Toronto Public Library Mini Makers at Home programs. Bye for now!